Even if you do 100 squats every morning and faithfully drink your high-protein shake, starting your day with the wrong breakfast food will prevent you from building leg strength and accelerate muscle loss. Health experts often say that the #1 way to beat sarcopenia is to eat high-protein foods and go to the gym, but that is not entirely true. The most important factor in strengthening your legs isn't just protein, it's fueling them with the right complex nutrients first thing in the morning. Here's the surprising truth. Most seniors don't know that even a protein-rich meal won't build muscle if it's missing important recovery nutrients. Many also make the mistake of eating the wrong breakfast foods, which speed up muscle loss instead of giving their legs the amino acids and steady energy they need. As seniors, you need a well-balanced start to the day to help your muscles grow stronger. That's why, in this video, I'll show you 3 powerful breakfast foods that build muscle and strengthen your legs. I'm starting with the foundational one because it's super easy to implement, then I'll reveal the absolute best one that most people overlook. I will also be telling you 2 common breakfast foods to never combine with your muscle-building meal if you want to beat sarcopenia and build strong legs after 60. Subscribe right away if you have not. Now let's begin. Number 1. Greek yogurt. You know that slightly tired feeling in your legs after a morning walk or a quick trip up the stairs? That's your body repairing and getting stronger while you rest. And that's when starting your day with Greek yogurt can become your secret weapon. Greek yogurt is a powerful food for fighting sarcopenia and keeping your legs strong so you can move freely and enjoy life. It's loaded with high-quality protein, but its real benefit for aging muscles comes from its special makeup. Here's how it works. Greek yogurt is rich in casein protein. Unlike the quick proteins found in some shakes, casein digests slowly. Think of it like a time release for your muscles, sending a steady stream of amino acids, the building blocks of muscle, into your bloodstream for hours after you eat it. This steady supply of nutrients is especially important for seniors because it stops the body from breaking down muscle, a process called catabolism, which quietly weakens your legs as the morning goes on. A major study from the National Institutes of Health, NIH, found that participants who ate Greek yogurt daily during a training program saw dramatic improvements. After 12 weeks, the group that ate Greek yogurt showed big improvements in strength, muscle size, and body composition. They gained more total strength and more lean muscle compared to the control group. This simply means that your daily efforts to stay active turn into real, noticeable strength, like when you lift groceries, play with the grandkids, or get up from a low chair. Here's the shocking part. Most seniors overlook the fermentation process that makes Greek yogurt easier to digest, which is an important factor for absorption. If your gut can't properly break down and absorb the protein, it doesn't matter how many grams you eat. Greek yogurt's texture and composition ensure that those muscle-repairing amino acids are efficiently pulled out of your food and sent straight to your leg muscles, where they are needed most. To get these immense benefits, you don't need a complicated plan. Simply make Greek yogurt your go-to breakfast base, especially the unsweetened kind. Try adding a half cup of plain, full-fat Greek yogurt, and if you want a bit of sweetness, mix in a handful of berries or a sprinkle of cinnamon. Just be sure to avoid processed or refined sugars, as they can interfere with how your body uses this important protein. With this, Greek yogurt becomes your first line of defense. But keep watching, because Greek yogurt alone isn't enough to fully strengthen your legs. You need the next 2 foods to build a complete, unstoppable, muscle-protecting breakfast that fights sarcopenia. Number 2. Quinoa. You've already slowed muscle breakdown with Greek yogurt. But here's the critical part most seniors miss. Protein alone won't give you steady energy, quick balance recovery, or the stamina for a long day out. That's where quinoa comes in. If you only eat the yogurt, you're fighting just half the battle, because you're missing the clean, lasting fuel your legs need for real strength and endurance. Here's the catch. Quinoa is often mistakenly lumped in with simple grains, but it's actually a seed, and it has a stunning advantage. Quinoa is one of the few plant-based foods that naturally contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it a complete protein, just like meat and eggs. When combined with the slow-digesting casein in Greek yogurt, it creates a powerful repair kit. It's like giving your body every tool it needs to rebuild leg muscles, making the strength-building process faster and more efficient. And what if I told you that researchers from Science Direct, the world's leading source for scientific research, have discovered that quinoa contains natural compounds called phytoesteric. One of them, called 20-hydroxyecdisone, 20E, has been shown to help your body build protein. This means quinoa doesn't just sit in your stomach, it actually signals your leg muscles to repair and grow stronger, directly improving your strength and performance. Even more impressive, quinoa is loaded with compounds like catechins and other flavonoids. These nutrients help build muscle strength, increase endurance, and support muscle repair while slowing down muscle loss. This directly translates to your independence. You'll feel less muscle fatigue, giving you the stamina for that extra loop around the park or the energy to carry your own bags without feeling worn out. But that's not all. You can easily make quinoa part of your breakfast routine without spending hours in the kitchen. Cook it like oatmeal by simmering it in water or milk until soft and fluffy. For a cozy, sweet option, add cinnamon, chopped apples, and a drizzle of honey. If you prefer savory, mix cooked quinoa with scrambled eggs, spinach, and a little feta cheese. It's filling, tasty, and packed with nutrients your legs will love. And if mornings are busy, just make a batch ahead of time and store it in the fridge for quick meals. Just reheat, add your favorite fruit or nuts on top, and you're good to go. Greek yogurt and quinoa are both excellent ways to start your day, but hold on, because we've saved the best for last. This third food is the most powerful muscle builder, yet it's the one most seniors overlook. When combined with Greek yogurt and quinoa, it makes your breakfast truly unstoppable in fighting sarcopenia and building strong, powerful legs. Number 3. Eggs. Eggs are the most overlooked breakfast food out there, yet they're the gold standard for making sure every bit of strength you build truly lasts. The power of eggs isn't just in their easy-to-digest protein, but in how well your body can actually use it. Eggs have nearly perfect absorption, which means your body takes in and uses their complete protein better than almost any other food. That makes them the ultimate way to lock in the strength from your breakfast. Here's the surprising part. Most seniors don't realize that the real muscle-building power is in the yolk, not just the white. This makes many people miss out when they only eat egg whites. In fact, the NIH notes that whole eggs can boost muscle growth beyond just their protein, which means the nutrients in the yolk are giving your muscles extra help. The yolk, which holds about 40% of an egg's protein, is also loaded with powerful non-protein nutrients that promote muscle growth. These include microRNAs, key vitamins, minerals, and special fats like phosphatidic acid. In simple terms, the whole egg doesn't just give your body building blocks, it sends signals that tell your muscles, it's time to grow and get stronger now. This leads to stronger contractions and better stability when you stand or walk. By eating whole eggs, you're not just maintaining your legs, you're actively rebuilding them. That means more confidence, easier stair climbing, and greater independence. And the best part is that eggs are incredibly versatile. If you're short on time, boil a few the night before for a quick grab and go. Want something filling? Whip up a veggie-packed omelet with spinach, tomatoes, and a bit of cheese. And if you're feeling adventurous, try poached eggs over quinoa or avocado toast. The options are endless, and every bite moves you closer to stronger legs and better mobility. However, it would be absolutely useless to your legs to eat the 3 foods we've just discussed if you immediately pair them with the next 2 foods I want to talk about. The last one is very common, and I'm so sure you've eaten it this week. These foods can completely cancel out your progress, or, even worse, create harmful compounds that damage your leg muscles. That's why it's so important to know what they are. Number 1. Cereals. Cereal, especially those sugary refined flakes and loops, may seem quick and easy, but it's the number 1 food I see seniors eat that destroys their leg strength. Cereal is a silent muscle killer, and here's why. Most cereals are loaded with sugar, low in protein, and missing the key nutrients aging muscles need to stay strong. They spike your blood sugar, give you a short burst of energy, and then leave your body crashing and struggling to recover. From my experience, this process is devastating because the blood sugar spike creates compounds called advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These toxic AGEs build up in your body, triggering inflammation and speeding up the breakdown of your leg muscles, essentially fast-tracking sarcopenia. In other words, you're poisoning the very muscles you're trying to rebuild. I remember treating a wonderful senior named Elisa, a 75-year-old who loved her morning routine. Every morning she ate a protein bar, believing she was doing everything right. But right after, she would have a big bowl of her favorite frosted cereal, thinking it was just a harmless treat. She often complained that her legs were getting weaker and that she was struggling to push herself up from low chairs. Despite walking regularly, her muscle strength test scores kept dropping. When we finally reviewed her diet, I discovered the problem. The toxic combination of high-sugar cereal right after her protein was the real cause. However, the solution was simple but powerful. She didn't need a new exercise. She just needed to cut out the cereal and replace it with a half cup of quinoa alongside her protein. Within 6 weeks, Elisa stopped struggling to get out of chairs, felt a big improvement in her stability, and her muscle strength scores finally started to rise. She regained her independence simply by letting go of that sugary bowl. So if you're serious about keeping your legs strong, avoid refined cereal, especially after consuming your muscle-building trio. But even if you avoid cereal, you could still be hurting your leg strength if you pair your Greek yogurt, eggs, and quinoa with this next common side dish. It's something most seniors eat every day, yet it's packed with chemical compounds that directly block muscle growth and leg strength. Number 2. Processed meats. You might think processed meats like bacon, sausage, hot dogs, ham, pepperoni, salami, and most deli slices are the perfect savory high-protein match for your eggs. But they're actually loaded with chemical compounds that make muscle growth harder. When you're trying to build lean muscle, it's important to look closely at your protein sources. Unfortunately, processed meats aren't the best choice for muscle growth. They're usually high in sodium and saturated fats, which can actually work against your muscle-building goals. But here's the worst part. The preservation methods used for processed meats, like curing, salting, and smoking, introduce harmful substances such as nitrates. These methods help with shelf life and flavor, but they're far from healthy. Here's what happens. While processed meats do contain protein, it's not as high quality as what you'd get from lean, unprocessed meats. Even worse, the toxic compounds in those processed products can block your body's ability to use that protein properly for muscle repair and growth. And there's more. Processed meats are classified by the World Health Organization as Group 1 carcinogens, which means there is strong evidence they cause cancer. I remember treating William, a 68-year-old retired pilot from Texas, who believed he was having the healthiest breakfast by eating 3 eggs with a side of crispy sausage every morning. He told me he was trying to follow a high-protein diet, yet his legs constantly felt heavy, his joints ached, and he struggled with the steps outside his home, even though he was consistently working to get stronger. When I looked closely at his diet, I realized the daily intake of high-sodium, nitrate-filled processed meats was causing so much inflammation that his body was too busy fighting chemical irritation to focus on muscle repair. The solution was surprisingly simple. We replaced his bacon and sausages with lean grilled chicken or turkey breast seasoned with herbs. Within just 4 weeks, William's inflammation markers dropped significantly, and the clean protein allowed his eggs, Greek yogurt, and quinoa to finally rebuild his leg strength. William now looks younger, feels more like his old self, and can walk his dog longer distances without pain, finally experiencing the full benefit of his efforts. Now tell me, how often do you eat Greek yogurt, quinoa, or eggs for breakfast? And which of the 2 unhealthy foods we talked about have you been unknowingly relying on while trying to strengthen your legs and beat sarcopenia? Drop a comment below and let me know. I read every single one, and I genuinely want to hear your story. And if this video helped you rethink your breakfast choices, give it a big thumbs up to show your support. Don't forget to subscribe and tap that notification bell so you never miss out on more science-backed health tips designed to keep you strong, mobile, and independent for years to come. See you in the next video.